Well, here's something you probably didn't see coming. Classic opening. Hey everybody, welcome to my Let's Play of Castlevania for the original NES. Um, yeah, one of the first series besides like Mario and Zelda that you think of whenever the NES console is on the mind. This game is a 2D side-scroller, much like every other Nintendo game is. Except this one comes with a twist. It's extremely difficult. Yeah. I'm not what you'd call a big fan of Castlevania. In fact, I only recently got these games. My history with the series is not like Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon, where like, oh yeah, I played these games growing up all the time, and I know all the secrets, and I know all the lore, and this and that, and this and that, or whatever. In reality, my history with Castlevania is kind of an interesting one. I didn't play my first Castlevania game until I was in high school, and my friend was over one of the days, and we were messing around with my Super Nintendo Classic. We were just playing all the random games on it, like Contra, the Alien Wars, and Earthbound, and Super Mario World especially, and Super Mario Kart. And then he's just like, hey, have you ever tried Castlevania? And I'm like, no, I never really tried Castlevania. So we played Super Castlevania 4 for a bit, and I thought it was pretty interesting, although I got really frustrated because I made it to that level with the block 3, I think it was, where it's like the cave level. And I couldn't get past it, and I got really mad. So we stopped playing it after that. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of like a random story. I only played one game back in high school. Like, what's going on now? So recently I went to the game store, and I found myself a copy of Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest for the NES. And then, me being a fan of Angry Video Game Nerd, of course I had to pick it up. I mean, it's like the most important game in his entire channel. And then I was just like, you know what? I wonder, what makes this game so horrible? And so I played it, and I actually had kind of a good time with it. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was a pretty relaxing NES game, you know. Of course I used a guide because there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't figure out. The only thing I would figure out was the frickin' red crystal, which, of course, the only reason I would figure that out was because of AVGN, and I actually kind of made this boss a lot harder on myself because I didn't get the sub weapon that I kind of need to beat this boss. Shoot, come on! I was hoping that would hit it. Crap! Wow, I died at the first level. That's a great omen of things to come. Jeez. I never die at the first level. God. I just... see. There we go. I forgot to pick that up. Alright. Yeah, you really want the axe for this boss because, as you saw there, it's going to be a giant bat and you mostly want to hit it with your axe. Christ, dude. Okay, here we go. Let's actually not act like we're a 3-year-old playing Super Mario Brothers for the first time. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, I had a semi good time with Castlevania 2 on the NES. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna get the rest of the games, and I ordered them. And you know, even though I like to play things on their original systems, I decided to play Castlevania 1 on the NES. And I thought it was one of the best classic experiences I've had on the NES in quite a while. Like, even comparable to like the Super Mario Brothers games, honestly. I don't like them that much, obviously, but I thought they were pretty okay games. I actually like them a lot. They can be extremely frustrating, though, which You'll see momentarily, I'm not really good at this game if that freaking boss performance didn't let you know already. I suck at this game. Crap. Although I did just practice run this game and I beat it without getting a game over, so... Or at least, I beat it without getting a game over until the final boss. So at least there's that, but judging by how I died at the first boss, I don't think that's gonna... I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyways, getting into the mechanics, this game is pretty unique because no other game on the NES, and nowadays in general anyway, really has you using a whip as your main weapon. Or, excuse me, the vampire killer is what it's called. Yeah, no, it's not called a frickin' whip. It's not a normal thing, you know, it's the vampire killer. See, this has a really, like, classical... Ah! Classical spook theme to it. Oh, crap, dude. Yeah, these Medusa heads kind of suck. They remind me of the horse heads from Zelda 2. And I think I said in my, I think I said in my Zelda 2 Let's Play that the horse heads reminded me of the Medusa heads from Castlevania. Alright, this section kind of sucks up here, because the Medusa heads are kind of just like running across here. Ah! Alright. Yeah, so this game is pretty unique using a weapon as, or a weapon, using as a whip as your main weapon, not a weapon of your main whip. Jeez. Yeah, so you don't jump on enemies, you don't use your sword, you just whip. And nay, no, just kidding. Yeah. As you saw there, we get like certain upgrades once we whip the candles. Thank God for that. What? Yeah, so you whip the candles, you can get certain sub-weapons, or you can get upgrades for your whip, which will make it stronger, and then the second upgrade will make it longer. And you also get hearts. Now, unlike Zelda, you would think that hearts would restore your life like it does in every other freaking classic game, but no, hearts are actually your ammo, so to speak. You can get a number of sub-weapons in the game, and they all use up hearts whenever you use them. You have to press up and B to use them. I'll demonstrate in a minute. I don't want to really use the stopwatch because it's kind of hard to like tell when it. Oh! Crap! Yeah, those crushed things are instant death. Yeah, you can see the frickin' whip is now really weak because it's not chained. And now it is! Alright, normally I won't keep, like, backtracking in the video, but just because it's my first game over, I guess I'll keep it for now. Generally, though, I'll cut it out. Yeah, and yeah, we have the cross sub-weapon, or excuse me, the boomerang. Yeah, that's what that's what they call it in the manual. I guess they don't want any risque references. So I guess I'll call it boomerang until I think Castlevania's 4 is when they just straight up said, okay, fine, it's a cross. Alright, now hopefully I can get through this section here! Alright, here we have the dagger. To use your sub-weapon, you want to push up and B, like I said. Dagger, you just throw forward. I think it does the same amount as your, like, upgraded whip. It's not too great, it only goes straight. Doesn't even pierce through targets. It's not too terribly great. I hardly ever use it. There we go, just whip them. No! Oh yeah, enemies can also drop stuff. And wow, I didn't get knocked back there. I did get knocked back there though. Yeah, so they can actually drop stuff. One important thing to note is if you pick up a sub-weapon, it will immediately replace your other, like your current sub-weapon, without giving you a chance to get your other one back. So if you have one that you really like that you want to hold on to, you got to be really careful not to touch another one. Alright, I'm sorry for the... Jeez, yeah, you wouldn't believe that I got through the game without getting a game over earlier, but I swear I did. Alright, now this section kind of sucks because those things are insta-kill. Now, when I first played this, I thought you had to like run through this, and you can do it just by running through, but you want to duck, and it makes it a lot easier. Only works for the middle one, though. All the other ones you have to actually like run through, but they give you a lot more leeway because they have to climb all the way up and then drop all the way down. Get the frickin' wisp out of here. And bats are the most annoying enemy in the game. Oh, here we go. This thing. This is a Roman numeral 2. It's a double shot. You can use your you can have more than one sub weapon on the screen at a time. Normally you can only have one, but once you have that, you can have 2. Yeah, so let it be known that it's not NES limitations keeping there from being multiple on screen. It's just the developers being jerks. So yeah, the sub weapon I have now is holy water, and excuse me, the fire bomb. Yeah, another freaking reference that was removed. But honestly, I'm probably gonna, once you get that, oh yeah, sometimes like those chains drop down. If you collect them, it's a screen nuke, pretty much. Oh frick, how did I jump backwards, dude? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, here we have the Medusa head. This boss is really easy if you have the holy water, and yes, I'm just gonna keep calling it that because, like, come on, it's obviously what that is. Yeah, so holy water is like the most overpowered thing in this game because if you hit an enemy with it, it not only takes damage, but it also freezes. And we see the map of the castle again. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Next time on Castlevania, we'll go further into the castle and see what we can find. See you guys next time.